Wait, does it go to sub? Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, wait, it does. Okay. Big brain, big brain. Dachsbun. It's a Pokemon that has the ability to increase its defense sharply with its well-baked body ability. And it's pretty interesting. The World Champion created a team with Dachsbun, and there's a lot of physical attackers in the format. It also made day 2 at the Fort Wayne Regional Championship. So it's got some potential, and I'm really excited to try it out. Let's see how it performs. This is Ryota's Dachsbun team. With the ability Well-Baked Body, it makes Dachsbun immune to fire moves and sharply raises defense when hit by one, which is valuable in this format due to the high amount of physical attackers in the format. The team has an offensive mode with Iron Bundle, Choice Specs Fluttermane, and Shiyu to take advantage of the Beads of Ruin, while Wo-Chien can help with the lowering the damage taken from physical attacks that the frail Mons have. Finally, the Assault Vest Scizor to pivot around with U-turn and threaten Fluttermane to allow Dachsbun to win. A lot of this team can either brute force teams with the fast offensive mode or set up the Dachsbun victory after getting rid of ghost types. Leads usually involve Scizor, who can pivot with U-turn, the offensive leads with 2 of Iron Bundle Fluttermane and Shiyu, or letting Shiyu Dachsbun immediately if against a team that doesn't handle Dachsbun well. If you would like to check out Ryota or the details of the team, they'll be linked in the description. Annihilate Mousehold, the Grimmsnarl, Amoonguss, Arcanine, and Ting Lu. Okay, this is actually pretty scary. Screens? Like screens? But we do have quite a few heavy offensive options, like our Fluttermane Shiyu combinations. Actually pretty strong here, so I'm going to try it out. There's no ghost type other than Annihilate, and if we can force the Annihilate to Terra, Dachsbun is pretty nice into it. I don't think I want to bring Scizor here. It doesn't do too much. The bundle could be brought here, but I don't know what Terra they are. I think I'd rather just bring the Wo-Chien and the Dachsbun. I have no idea who I'd Terra. I'd probably not even Terra Dachsbun because none of the resists help me here. Yeah, none of the resists help me here. Maybe against Grimmsnarl with Spirit Break, but otherwise, unless Clear Smog Amoonguss, it's not worth it. So I think I go with these 4. I like the idea of breaking through a Fluttermane or a Grimmsnarl lead using the Fluttermane. I think Fluttermane's really strong in that regard. And then afterward, let's just see how the rest goes, because I'm leading this because I have the strong specs damage output as well as the Lava Plume switch option if I have to. If they lead something that isn't like the Annihilate Mousehold, then I'd probably do the switch option, but we'll see. Gonna be the Mousehold and Annihilate. Not too surprising. Okay. At least Shiyu plus the Fluttermane, which is pretty good for me. I'm gonna go for a Moonblast and Overheat double up, I think, into the Annihilate slot. Yeah. Let's see if they Terra immediately. I definitely could see the Terra, and forcing the Terra wouldn't be bad. I think Mousehold probably force to protect. We are gonna see a Terra come out from my opponent, which is not too surprising here. Gonna be the what Terra? Water, fire, fire. Okay. So that's good to confirm. We also have set up our for the Dachsbun because they don't have a resist anymore. They follow me, which is perfect actually. So I get a Moonblast off. This is with the Ruins of Beast, so I always pick up the knockout here. Yep, perfect, beautiful. So goodbye Mousehold, amazing for us, and we are able to go for the Overheat. A miss actually would have probably helped us, but still pretty solid damage actually. That was actually pretty good damage. And oh, they went for bulk up. That's really good for me. I get to keep resources around. They're only at +1 with the Rage Fist right now, and they used up their ooh, this is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. And I haven't even had to commit a Terra option yet, so fantastic. All right, let's see who they bring out next. The only problem is, in order to set up the Lava Plume, I am going to have to hit the Annihilate again, so it's going to be 150 base power Rage Fist. Yet I might not even have to commit to that anymore. I could definitely use Fluttermane to beat the Annihilate if I position this right, but I'm assuming they're going to bring something like Grimmsnarl, or Ting Lu works as well. Okay. Wo-Chien is not a bad switch here. I have a few plays I could go for. Wo-Chien is definitely one I'm definitely leaning towards. I could also do the Dachsbun Lava Plume, which is kind of calling out to me here. But there is a heavy slam potential, I suppose, as well. I think my best play is actually to switch out into Dachsbun and reset my stats on both the Shiyu and reset the Moonblast on the Flutter Mane here. Because I really like the not the Tinglu, the Wo-Chien here, because I could start Leech Seeding and wearing down the Annihilate for a good point. Or I could just target the Tinglu as well. So Tablets of Ruin, so these Pokemon have their attack lowered. And yeah, looks like nothing's going to be doing damage right now. So we will bring out our... Did I Terra Poison this? No, I think because of Tinglu, it's not worth it. They Drain Punch my Shiyu, so this might be a double up in a Shiyu with Stomp Tantrum, which is perfectly fine as well. They get a bit of healing. Heavy Slam into what was the Flutter Mane. Perfect. Okay. Super ideal turn. Super ideal turn. Now I think I go for a Yawn here. Or do I sub here? Sub isn't too bad. The Heavy Slam's gonna hurt. I don't need Dachsbun to win though at all. I guess it's helpful because Arcanine is a problem, I suppose. Yeah, Arcanine's actually a problem now to think about it. I'm gonna protect here and I'm just gonna Leech Seed, I think, or Leech Seed the Annihilate. Yeah, I'm gonna Leech Seed the Annihilate. There should be like Drain Punch here. Maybe they go for Rage Fist, but I kind of doubt it. They bulk up again, which is cool as well. Okay. So they go for the bulk up here. And I am able to get a Leech Seed into the Annihilate. So if they want to stay in, I'm always wearing it down with the Leech Seed, which is pretty important, I think, in this matchup. And then, oh my god, they went for it immediately, huh? They went for it immediately, huh? I guess they're not scared of the Dachsbun at the moment, which is fair, which is very fair. So I just got to figure this out. If they did hit that Fissure, it would have been very... I mean, it wouldn't have been the worst, but it's definitely not great. I'd like to go for a Yawn or sub. Sub isn't bad here because if I had to sub on the Dachsbun, it's pretty hard for them to eliminate me. I kind of want to Leech Seed the Tinglu because they might not double the Wo-Chien here. They might double the Dachsbun, and I think that's okay. So I'm going to sub up here. Let's see if this is the case. If they go for Rage Fist Heavy Slam, for instance, or they're going to Fissure again. And if they spread the attacks, it's fine, right? Because I'm stalling with the Leech Seed. I think this ends up working out for me. They Rage Fist. I guess I could have also went into... Well, they have a powerful Stomping Tantrum, I suppose. So I don't think I ever want to risk Shiyu on that. Leech Seed. Okay, they went for the Heavy Slam double up, which is... That actually did a lot less than I thought to the Dachsbun. Jeez. Dachsbun actually took that super well. Okay, really ideal here. That sub is being really good right here. This Leech Seed as well. We're draining the HP from these Pokemon. And right now, it's looking pretty tough for them to break through this offensive core right now. And I still have the offensive core in the back. That's definitely waiting to happen here. So this works out huge. All right. I kind of want to sub again, but protecting here is not bad for me at all. I could also actually, I could sub here, I guess, and I can Pollen Puff. I kind of like that. Because they might go for a double up in a Dachsbun again. Or they might bulk up and Fissure my Wo-Chien, which I definitely could see. But if they do, I get a free sub up, right? Which isn't too bad. So I'm going to just attempt it. Again, I don't really care about the Wo-Chien going down at this point. They go for the bulk up. Yep. Okay. Pollen Puff doesn't go through sub. It would be so crazy if it did, but would have been nice. Wait, does it go through sub? Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, wait, it does. Okay. Big brain. Big brain. They missed the Fissure again. Oh, my goodness. That's the problem of running these stall teams against a Tinglu. It's like, come on, man. I mean, I can't get into position yet. All right, I should live a Heavy Slam with my Dachsbun at this rate. I think I just start going for Yawns. And yeah, we're just draining his HP. I mean, it might be a bit stallish and boring, but yeah, this is the way of this team. So we're gonna go for Protect right here. I kind of want to Pollen Puff because they might Stomp me Tantrum the Dachsbun, but I think it's okay if that's the case. So finally Protect the Ocean. Let's see if they Drain Punch or they Rage Fist double up. I am able to get a Yawn off into the Annihilate. So if it switches out, it loses all those boosts that it's been working so hard for the bulk up. They go for the Drain Punch. Would not be surprised if this is double up right here. Heavy Slam is fine too. Okay, cool. And I think I do the same play. I think I go for a sub and I go for a Pollen Puff into the Dachsbun. It doesn't matter. The Dachsbun has been like... Dachsbun's kind of just been chilling here for the most part. There really has not been much my opponent has been able to do to this Dachsbun. And the Dachsbun was at 10 HP. Now I'm just like... The Annihilate is yawned. So we're in a really solid position. Yeah, we're in a really solid position actually. I want to yawn to Tinglu, I guess, is the question. Which I definitely could. Wait. Did I yawn the previous turn, or is it Vital Spirit and I haven't noticed this entire time? Wait, it could be. I'm gonna yawn here. Oh no, I clicked yawn that previous turn. I have miscalced. So I'm just gonna sub here and Pollen Puff again. Because I don't care if the Wo-Chien goes down. The Wo-Chien goes down, that's fine by me. I just get the free switch. So I'm just going to keep going for the sub here. Because I can break through the Annihilate with my other Pokemon. So they Drain Punch here to get all the HP back. That's fine. Because I either keep a free sub with the Dachsbun instead of with my Shiyu, which is completely fine for me. Or... let's see. I don't think they can knock out my... I don't think they can knock this out. I don't think they can knock out the Wo-Chien with the Tinglu. Yeah, they go for Heavy Slam again. All right, are you Vital Spirit? Let's see. Okay. That was broken. I think it had to be Vital Spirit, right? Well, I guess we'll wait after the leftovers recovery. It has gotten back to full. I still think I win in the long term, though. I also don't know who I Terra. I think I Terra my Shiyu. Yeah, I Terra my Shiyu. I haven't lost my... yeah, I definitely Terra my Shiyu. All the leftovers, Leech Seed recovery. Okay, no, I fell asleep. Okay, perfect. So I could try to go hard into, like, Flutter Mane for the Wo-Chien, for instance, but I do not think that's ever worth it here. I think I just start going for damage, right? The Body Press here into the Tinglu, and Pollen Puff also is not bad. Although I just don't do any damage. That's the problem. I don't do any damage. I think I just... but I think I do it anyway. Because I don't Pollen Puff my Dachsbun. It doesn't do anything. And it looks like another Body Press will knock out the Tinglu anyway. So that works out. Once I get a Tinglu, I can break through the Annihilate as well. Let's see if they go for a Fissure attempt here. Oh, they finally get it. Okay. Which is cool for me. All right. Let's see. I kind of want Dachsbun in the other slot if possible, but it could be super risky here. I think I just go hard Shiyu here. I think I go hard Shiyu. I click Lava Plume. I Lava Plume. I guess I Lava Plume Body Press now. Yeah, they don't have a switch in. If they want to save the Tinglu, it just goes down. And if not, I just get some free damage into the Annihilate. I still have my Flutter Mane, which is still pretty healthy in the back. Let's see. With the big body. We might not KO the Tinglu. Yeah, Tinglu is just so bulky, man. I get the burn, but it doesn't matter because I get to body press that slot. Trying to figure out where my Terra's going. I think my Terra's going to Flutter Mane. But I have no clue if that's the right one right here. They say sleep, which is actually fantastic for me, okay? I think I can just boost up with... Shiyu being healthy. Yeah, I think this is over. I'm just getting all the HP back. I'm gonna Terra my Shiyu so they can't Drain Punch. Oh, Grimmsnarl. Okay. Do they have screens? I mean, I'm definitely going to go for the body press right here. I'm going to go for the Terra, and I'm going to go for a Lava Plume. This covers the fake out from Grimmsnarl, as well as just like a good amount of damage. If they want to set up a screen, that's completely fine. I'm pretty sure I always win because Dachsbun should be able to beat the Annihilate at +6. Especially with Yawn Pressure. Yeah, especially with Yawn Pressure. And then I have Flutter Mane that can clean up, even if they get a screen. And they just can't Drain Punch because they get no recovery. Because I'm at +6 with my Dachsbun and a Fairy type. Rage Fist is the only good move here. So we will Terra our Chi-Yu here. If they went for Sucker Punch, could go crazy, but I think they would Drain Punch here if that's the case. So we Terra Ghost here to avoid Fake Out, but also make sure the Annihilate never gets Drain Punch healing. It wasn't even for the Fake Out. It was literally just for the Drain Punch, but it worked out so well here. Lava Plume +6 on my Dachsbun. A Lava Plume into the Grimmsnarl. More damage into that Annihilate. Here is a body press KOing the Grimmsnarl in that position. And do you stay asleep with the Annihilate or not? You stay asleep. Okay, it would have been really funny to see the Drain Punch combination into that. But yeah, this works out huge for me. And now I guarantee win the game. I click Dark Pulse. I click Substitute here. And I think that always just secures the win here. I can Protect. I could also Protect and go for Sub. Actually, Protect Sub is probably safer. Yeah, Protect Sub is always safer. Wait, is my Dachsbun not PP'd up? Oh, I didn't realize. So we sub here. We're going to go for Protect. And battle's going to be forfeit. Dachsbun the wall. It really was. Like, even felt like we set it up in the late game too. We didn't set up in the early game. There's just so many physical attackers in this format that it's like, okay, once we get rid of those special attackers, if they even bring any, we're in such a good position. My opponent did not bring a single special attacker. Really relied on the Annihilate, but couldn't get Rage Fist boosted up. All right, we have Ting Lu, Amoonguss, Iron Hands, Flutter Mane, Palafin, and Arcanine. Looks like a pretty much standard team except the Iron Hand slot, which usually would be what we've seen like Dragapult. We've seen stuff like Excalibur, Kingambit. Let's see, what do I want to approach this with? Because they do have a lot of physical attackers. Dachsbun is really, really solid here because of its ability to gain the +3. The only issue is I can hit Flutter Mane, which can be a little bit troublesome, as well as the Haze on the Palafin. So those are going to be two things I'm going to have to be wary of right here. Now, Iron Bundle speed control isn't too bad here. I don't know if I really want to go with Iron Bundle. It feels like against the Ting Lu and the Iron Hand specifically, it seems like it's going to be a little bit hard to. I think overall, Scissor's not bad here. I like the Wo-Chien. I like the Dachsbun quite a bit. I like Flutter Mane's also potential, but I do think Scissor's better. Yeah, let's try out some fun combinations. I actually want to try maybe Chi-Yu lead here. I think Chi-Yu plus Scizor is actually not a bad lead. And then have the Dachsbun and the Wo-Chien in the back. I'm thinking like, okay, Scizor can threaten a Flare Mane lead if that's the case. I can try to maybe pivot out into like the Dachsbun for the Lava Plume play. I think it is pretty solid. I just want to threaten any Flutter Mane because if they lead Flutter Mane and I can get the Flutter Mane, that's an amazing position for my Dachsbun. Especially if I'm able to get some chip damage into the Palafin. We will see right here. That is something I'm going to have to watch out for. Let's find out what they're going to bring out. Going to be the Ting Lu and the Iron Hands here. Okay, so this is an interesting lead. I will lead my Chi-Yu and my Scizor right here. Not a bad lead at all for me. The Chi-Yu is not in the best spot, but overall, I think it's an okay position. I have a few plays I could go for. I think the Wo-Chien makes a lot of sense here potentially. I could U-turn out into Wo-Chien, which is probably my play here. I do kind of like the protect the Chi-Yu just because I don't want to have my sash broken. Of course, Fisher would not be amazing here, but I don't think I mind it too much. I'm going to attempt to U-turn out to the Ting Lu right here. So let's see if they go for a fake out raid right away or if they're scared of the damage because Chi-Yu does do a lot of damage. We're going to see the fake out does go out on Scizor, so good play on their part. Let's find out what else they're going to go for. Is it going to be something else? It is going to be Stomping Tantrum into the Chi-Yu. Okay, perfect. That is A-okay by me. All right. So don't think I mind Shiyu taking or Dachsbun taking the attack here. They're not heavy slamming here, I imagine. They're probably just going to go for another Stomping Tantrum. I kind of like the Dachsbun play. And then a U-turn out in a Ting Lu, and then get in my Wo-Chien. And I kind of like playing this like slow defensive game. I could see them definitely going for a Volt Switch Stomping Tantrum into the Shiyu slot. And I think that's decently passive for me, where it'll work out in my favor. I like chipping away the Ting Lu a little bit because I can put it into body press range and I won't have to worry about Fisher throughout the set. So let's see. I don't think I have to worry too much about Iron Hands, but I will probably have to chip it down eventually. But I wonder if they didn't bring Palafin, because no Palafin means no haze. So if they didn't bring that, I could just set up my Dachsbun immediately, and that might be really ideal here. We'll see. I am going to go out into my Dachsbun right here. We're going to see Protect on Ting Lu. Okay, so they have Protect. That's really unique here. Okay. We're going to U-turn into that slot. Okay, Protect, Stomping Tantrum. What other moves do you have? Volt Switch? Rain Punch into the Dachsbun slot. Okay, perfectly fine. All right. Not too bad. They now know that I have U-turn, but I don't think they could really punish it. I guess they're not going to run Fisher. Fisher's usually the fourth move, so I kind of like going for the... I like protecting here with my Dachsbun, or should I set up a Substitute? Substitute isn't too bad either. The problem is Heavy Slam would do a ton of damage, and I'm not exactly a huge fan of that. But, I mean, I don't think it's that bad. I think I'd rather just... You know what? I think sub up is okay here. And U-turn. I don't think they're going to double up the Dachsbun specifically. I think they're going to try to threaten the Scizor. And if they retreat here, that's fantastic for me. So we're going to see Arcanine come in. Okay, this is really good for me. I really like this position then. All right, so I'm able to get a U-turn off into the Arcanine slot. And to just get some chip damage. I think overall I can start going for yawns and forcing some switches and maybe getting my Shiyu later in the game. So we will go for the sub here. And... I want to U-turn out into Wo-Chien always, I think, here. Nice critical hit on the Arcanine. That's some decent chip damage. I got to figure this position out because this is going to be more of a slower stall game. I'm going to go into Wo-Chien to lower their attack right here. And then I think I'm going to start going for yawns. So activates the Tablets of Ruin. We're going to see Drain Punch going to target the Scizor. That did way more than I expected. Is that critical hit? I rather no crits just happen throughout the game than that. That's pretty bad, actually. Okay. That is pretty awful. All right. As Flare Blitz, Drain Punch is definitely a concerning factor. I do not have a switch in, unfortunately. So I'm going to go for a yawn into the Arcanine slot and protect my Wo-Chien. They can't Flare Blitz my Dachsbun because of the ability, so I'm not really too concerned. If they wall charge, not great, but it's like, okay, I lose my sub and Dachsbun's still in an okay position. I think it's okay. I think that the Arcanine will probably want to switch out the following turn as well. So I think I could keep pressuring the yawn. And then once I let Wo-Chien go down, I can get in my Shiyu and start going for the Lava Plume body press. And I don't think they have a really good way of stopping that other than Flutter Mane. But I got to make sure Scizor's around. That's the only problem. So we're going to go for a yawn into the Arcanine. Let's see if they went for a Flare Blitz here into the Wo-Chien, which I'm assuming is the case. Yep, they went for the Flare Blitz. Perfect. Did they Volt Switch too? Did they Volt Switch? That's actually, I think, super ideal. They Volt Switch here. Okay. This shouldn't break sub, I'd imagine. I really don't think it should. Perfect. Nice. I guess I can get Flare Mane in, but that's not that bad realistically. Because I can start yawn pressuring their team in general. So I kind of like this. That is the Flutter Mane. Yeah, Flutter Mane comes in. Okay. So we've been playing a bit of a slow game, but it's kind of been necessary at this point. I don't know if I want to Terra I don't feel like I Terra my Dachsbun because Terra my Dachsbun means I'm weak to the Hands Drain Punch. And I don't think I'll live to sub. Actually, maybe my sub will live even through Dazzling Gleam here, although I'm not 100% certain. I kind of just want to yawn the Flutter Mane here. The thing is, I really don't want to be put in extreme speed range. I think I yawn the Flutter Mane easily here. The question is, who am I going out into? I think Scizor's probably the play here. Yeah, it's probably Scizor. This is probably going to be hard in Iron Hands for the Arcanine, I imagine. The Dazzling Gleam. That's what I'm expecting. Yep, the Iron Hands. I just got to figure out a position where Dachsbun actually can get the Lava Plume set up, because that's a problem with this team. I didn't expect him not to bring Haze Palafin, so right now, I just got to figure out this position. It's going to be a long one, but it's okay. All right, Dazzling Gleam does absolutely nothing, actually. Okay. Subfades, and we will get a Yawn off into the Flutter Mane. Cool. Now, I think my position is Yawn the... I think it's always Yawn the Flutter Mane slot. And just U-turn out the Iron Hands again. I feel like they're always going to fake out a slot here. And switch to Arcanine. So I think this is always my play. The main reason I think this is always my play is because I'm expecting, yep, the swap here. Should be Arcanine and a fake out. If they go for a fake out and a Dachsbun, I get the Lava Plume setup immediately guaranteed. And if they go for a fake out and a Scizor, the Arcanine's Yawn and kind of has to pivot around, or they're in a really bad position. So I think it's okay as a trade. Or they could just attack here, which I'm a bit surprised about. Okay. I get a U-turn off into the Iron Hands here. They Drain Punch or Volt Switch again? I should probably go Wo-Chien, even if I have to sack Wo-Chien. Yeah, I have to go Wo-Chien here. If they Volt Switch in a Flutter Mane, that's not too bad. But I'm expecting the Drain Punch here. Oh, they Volt Switch. Oh, I could have got Shiyu in. Could have got the Shiyu in and would have been a great spot. Oh, well. All right, I got to figure something out here. The Flutter Mane coming back in. It's a long drawn out game. It's just, I got to start figuring out a way that I actually eliminate their Pokemon all around the... I got to figure out a way to eliminate everything around the Flutter Mane. That's basically the issue. So I think I have to Terra now. I think I have to Yawn the Arcanine slot. Do I want to Yawn the Arcanine slot? I think I'd rather Yawn the Flutter Mane slot. I'm going to Yawn the Flutter Mane slot. And I'm just going to sack this at this point. I'm going to Leech Seed the Flutter Mane, I guess, because it doesn't really matter. I'm expecting to go down to Dazzling Gleam anyway at this point. We're going to see the hands come in. Oh, Ting Lu came in. Okay, that actually works out huge for me, I think. Yeah, that works out huge for me. So what this allows me to do right now is this position with the Terra on my Dachsbun allows me to take the attack from Flutter Mane really well. As long as it's not the, what's it called? The Shadow Ball. But I don't think they're going to go for Shadow Ball immediately. Yeah, they go for Gleam, which makes a lot of sense. But they lowered their own special attack. So that ends up working out well for me, I think. Yeah. Ends up working well for me. Because I can now Yawn the Flutter Mane. I can now go for the Lava Plume strategy here. And I just shot a good amount of damage with the Lava Plume as well. So I think I always target down the Flutter Mane slot with a Body Press plus Lava Plume because it covers pretty much every switch that they could possibly make. And I don't need to damage into Ting Lu immediately. I could also sub here. Sub is not an awful play, but I really do like the idea of just getting the Lava Plume guaranteed and the Body Press into the Flutter Mane. So I am going to go for the Lava Plume Body Press. They could attack here. If they attack here, that is pretty dire, but I don't know. I think Hands makes a lot of sense here in this position. But we'll see. Right now, Dachsbun is finally, after like, I don't know how long we've been playing for, like 10 minutes. We're finally in a position where Dachsbun can set up because it has been a slow grind because of the Volt Switch preventing the Yawns as well. It's been annoying to maneuver this, but we'll see. If they stay in, I didn't think they would. Okay. If they did, it would have been a little bit tricky. But yeah, the hands coming in makes so much sense here to me. I get the Lava Plume off into a Body Press. This is going to do some massive damage. So, full big body, going to get sharply Rose Defense here. And a burn on either... Wow, that did no damage. We do get a burn on the Iron Hands. Okay. Burn on the Ting Lu? No burn on the Ting Lu. I do get a huge Body Press off. Not as much damage, but still not too bad. Here comes a Stomping Tantrum. Okay. Okay, then. All right, this is still tricky because I didn't get that much chip damage onto Arcanine, but overall, not a bad turn per se. I'm expecting Fluttermane to come in here. If I expect Fluttermane to come in, it might be my best idea to go for a... Did I sub here? I feel like sub is always my play here. I'm gonna sub and I'm gonna go out in a Scizor, I think. Because I don't think you're going Arcanine. I think you're always going Fluttermane faking out the Shiyu. Yeah, I think that's always your play here. Let's see if I'm right. So I'm going out into my Scizor right here. And they stayed in with both and didn't fake out. Okay. I wouldn't mind going for the... All right, they Volt Switch. I mean, that's okay. Arcanine coming in isn't amazing, but it's not a terrible trade-off here. So this is going to be Arcanine, I'd imagine. The problem is, can Dachsbun actually beat down the team with Scizor before the timer runs out? That is the big question right here. Fluttermane comes in, which I'm surprised about. Okay. Stomping Tantrum's fine. That shouldn't break sub, right? I'm a +3. I'd actually be surprised if it does. Wow, I'm surprised. Okay. Unfortunate Dachsbun. All right, get some leftovers healing. They have a few plays I can go for. An Arcanine. Leftovers on the Ting Lu. Been healing it quite a bit. I really want to go for Protect with Dachsbun and just a Bullet Punch into the Fluttermane because I could definitely see Arcanine coming in here. Or the Ting Lu, yeah, and the Shadow Ball into the Dachsbun. There was also the Arcanine could switch in for the other slot, but I feel like you could definitely catch someone by surprise by going for the Shadow Ball here into the Dachsbun. And that's a... You get so much more momentum. You should be able to Bullet Punch. You are risking crit, though. That is one of the things. But maybe expected also me to predict the Arcanine coming in because it might have been a bit too obvious. Here comes a Bullet Punch into the Fluttermane. Good damage. The Shadow Ball coming in perfect. I think as long as I get chip damage into Arcanine, I always win. It is tricky, though. This should always be a swap from the Fluttermane. I think my best play is always to body press the Arcanine and swap into Shiyu. Yeah, it should be. I'm hoping body press does a decent amount to the Arcanine to put in range of any attack. The Fluttermane's still an issue. They could also hard call me on this because they could definitely go for a Shadow Ball here. And Spec Shadow Ball will definitely knock out Dachsbun. So it is still a very risky position. I could also go for the Bullet Punch, but I really feel that you should always switch your Fluttermane, yeah. Because if you lose Fluttermane, you do lose to Dachsbun guaranteed. The Iron Hand's going to come in for my opponent, yep. And I'm hoping to put the Arcanine into range of like a Bullet Punch or Feint after the body press here. That's what I'm hoping for right now. Beats of Ruin, doesn't change anything. There's a body press. They do take a 1 HP of recoil, I suppose. This is going to be really close. This is going to be definitely really close here. Definitely doable, though. I do like this position quite a bit compared to the others. My Dachsbun is already confirmed to be faster than the Arcanine. This is such a close endgame. Jeez. So we go on a Scizor here. Oh, what does more? Bullet Punch or Feint? I body press the Arcanine slot. Bullet Punch, 60 base power with Technician Stab, 90, then 45. Feint is just 30, so it's 45. I guess it's the same, so I should always Bullet Punch here. Yeah, I should Bullet Punch here. I think it comes down to can I knock out Arcanine too? Wait, they didn't fake out at all. I also didn't KO the Arcanine, so wait, hold on. I body press KO the Arcanine. What are they going for? Because I don't think that's the play. They Volt Switch to Dachsbun. The crit's actually pretty bad, but why did they... Okay, no fake out there. Maybe they expected double protect or something? I don't know. If double protect didn't change anything, and you would probably switch to Arcanine and a Ting Lu. So you can have an Intimidate. Okay. Dachsbun gaining back some HP. Iron Hands is going to come back in, but I mean... I think they lose the game. Unless they don't know the Scizor, they might double up the Scizor slot. But the problem with the Scizor for their team is that I am a very, very bulky Scizor with the Assault Vest. So I think that they lose this game guaranteed. I'm able to protect with the Dachsbun. We're going to see a fake out go on a Scizor, which makes sense. You kind of have to. And I think you got to hope that I mess up. Or you crit the Shadow Ball, I guess, in the Scizor as your play. Yeah, which is what they did. I mean, if I get crit, I lose anyway because I lose to the Flutter Mane. Yeah, exactly. But Death Drop. But at this point, nothing changes. Unless the Flutter... No, that Flutter Mane has to be Choice Specs. There's no way you did that much damage to my Assault Vest Scizor otherwise. So this game is 100% over because I pretty much have pinned the slot. Body Press KOs the Iron Hands or Bullet Punch KOs the Flutter Mane. If we switch out the Flutter Mane at Ting Lu, I KO the hands and then I just Bullet Punch the next turn into the Flutter Mane. So yeah, if they switch out Iron Hands and Ting Lu, it doesn't change anything here. Okay. I also do way too much damage, I'm pretty sure. So here comes a Bullet Punch. I guess there is timer. Did I lose on timer? I think I might win on timer. But I'm not 100% sure. Here's a Body Press. That does way too much damage to Ting Lu, actually. No, never mind. I always win on timer. Nice. Zombie Tantrum no way should knock out the Dachsbun in this position. I should always have a safe win by going for a Body Press into the Iron Hand slot, and U-turn should knock out the Ting Lu, I think, at that range. I'm pretty sure, at least. Oh, a hard fought battle, but this Dachsbun just trying to find a position. That Arcanine surviving the Bullet Punch wasn't what I was expecting. I know Arcanine's really bulky, but I was thinking that we could definitely KO at that range. They're going for the timer win, which makes sense. Oh, wait, no, they're not. Or are they really low on your time? Hands comes out. I think that their play is actually to protect the Ting Lu and hope I double it and then hope Iron Hands picks up a knockout. I'm pretty sure that's their play here. I'm body pressing here and I'm going to U-turn. I mean, I think Ting Lu can't knock out my Dachsbun. It can only knock out my Scizor. And I think Dachsbun wins on HP. I don't know. We'll see. Based on the percentage. I really think that you go for the throw right here of me doubling up the Ting Lu and then you Iron Hands KO my Scizor. That's like what I think would happen. Wait, they had a Terror this entire time? I completely forgot. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot that they had Terror this entire time. Oh wait, but they faked out the Scizor. Wait, why did they fake out the Scizor? I should have guessed double up the hands, but I don't know if I KO'd the hands. Okay. It's KOs, right? Yeah. All right. Does Dachsbun win or does the Ting Lu win? I really don't think I deserve to win this anyway. Sure, I made some plays, but kind of forgot about the Terror this entire time. That was a pretty awful U-turn play, I guess, for myself there. I should have just I should double up the hands then in that case. But I guess I would have lost anyway on timer. Based on percentage, I'm pretty sure I win, but we'll see. All right, they gave me the body press chance. That was a lot. Zombie Tantrum. There's no way. Yeah, there was no way this was KO without crit. I mean, we were both risking crits anyway. And because that they're so low on HP at this point, I do not think that they win this at all. Especially based on like total percentage HP, I'm pretty sure Dachsbun wins. Game is ended, I think. But who won? Okay, yeah. Dachsbun won. Definitely played a bit sloppy. I think some of my positions weren't exactly super amazing. I don't think I had to commit Terror on Dachsbun looking back at it, pretty sure. So I think maybe I should have saved my Terror for the Scizor. I think if I Terrored with the Scizor, it would have been a lot easier because I wouldn't have had to worry about Scizor being threatened at all by damage at that point. And Dachsbun, again, was only really worried about Flutter Mane, I suppose. But it might have changed some of the damage that they were doing with like Moonblast, for instance, Dazzling Gleam in the late game. I'd have to go back, but there were probably several turns that I could have gotten better momentum. Or if I just realized that they didn't leave Palafin, I should have just Lava Plumed immediately. And, you know, I would have been in a really good spot. All right, let's go over the games. Game 1 was able to get a quick knockout on Mousehole to avoid the beat up situation for Rage Fist. and then set up the damage next to Wo-Chien and slowly wear down my opponent's team from there. Game 2, looking back at this game, saving the Terra Water for the Scizor might have helped me more than Terra Steel, but I was able to build up the damage onto my opponent's team and get lucky that they didn't fake out with Iron Hands when Arcanine survived. I do think having a better lead could have made this game a lot easier instead of taking so much damage immediately, like for instance a Shiyu and Dachsbun lead. Dachsbun kind of went crazy. The only problem was just not being able to hit the Flutter Mains. I actually kind of wish I had Terra Steel on this, because if I had Terra Steel and I could just like blast through the Flutter Main unexpectedly, that's their ghost type answer, and then I could just body press the rest of the things. I think that would have been really fun. I only played 2 games because of the nature of the team, but really solid, fun stuff. So if you do want to try it out, there is a rental code on your screen available, and you can check out the details of the team in the description down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content.